All the methods coming right now. So right here, this is 1 bag of mussels, what you're gonna get in the kit, basically. 1 bag of mussels. Absolutely perfect, okay? You soak them 15, 20 minutes in cold salted water. Use sea salt. Throw some sea salt in there. How much? Just make it like seawater, okay? Simple as that. They have little beards on them usually. Some of them don't. This one doesn't. It's perfect. Doesn't need anything, okay? You can see it. If there's a little beard there, you grab the beard and pull it off. We call it a beard because it kind of looks like a beard, but these are already cleaned. These are beautiful. Okay, if any of them are cracked or you see that they're open, it's very common to have a dead mussel in here. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anyone did anything wrong, okay? Dead mussels are normal, dead clams, it happens, okay? If you see it's dead, it's not firm, when you squeeze it and you push it, it shouldn't open. That means that the mussel is intact inside, okay? If you squeeze it and it pops right open, okay, it's dead inside. Throw it away. That's all you need to know. Because when you push it, you'll feel it. You'll feel the resistance of the actual mussel inside, not allowing you to open it. You see the liquid that's coming out? That's the liquid that's inside the actual mussel. Letting them soak in water a little bit gives them a chance to reconstitute sometimes. They might get a little dehydrated sitting in the bag, and that's why we let them sit in some water. We give them a chance to suck some water in and come back to life a little bit. This one does have a little beard, and you can see it. You see that tiny little beard right there? We're just gonna pull it out, just like that. You can do it with a paring knife like this, or you can just do it with your hands. But there it is, you see? That's what they call a beard. Okay. This is, you don't wanna be chewing this in your mouth. Sometimes you'll get a mussel that only has sand inside. It's very rare, but you will get it, and you definitely don't want that mussel inside your sauce, because when it pops open, it'll pour all sand into your sauce. And that happens. It's even happens sometimes in the restaurant, okay? It's a natural thing, mussels. Don't fear it. Just protect yourself from it by trying to open it. Boom, 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 boom. Easy, easy, easy. These are beautiful. These are beautiful and super fresh. And that's the great thing about going directly to the fish market and ordering these packages directly from the fish market, because there is no one in between you and the fish market. It is the freshest. It literally comes out of the boat, drops off right at the Fulton Fish Market. It's at your house within a day. It's amazing. It's the freshest fish you can get. Sticky garlic marinara right now is up on our YouTube, okay? And I've spoken about this many times. You can use the sticky garlic marinara method to cook any seafood you want in it, okay? Mussels marinara is one of the best you can use it for. So we are literally gonna make a sticky garlic marinara and use the mussels, and I'm gonna show you how to put the mussels into it, to flavor the sticky garlic marinara, to create a mussels marinara. Now this could also be used as a sauce over pasta. It's one of the things that you can serve your entire family and get real value out of, an incredible flavor. Mussels, when they open up, squirt out all this incredible sea juice, saltiness, natural sea flavor. Unbelievable. So the first thing we do is we get the fire going, and we get the pan very hot. If it'll light, there you go, boom. So we're gonna get the pan nice and hot. We're gonna crush the garlic, like the sticky garlic marinara, same method. You can see it on YouTube right now. I'm doing it again, but with the mussels, okay? So I'm gonna crush the garlic right in the hot pan, then add it in the extra virgin olive oil, color the garlic, okay? And then add in the tomato and the mussels and cook the mussels right inside the sauce. So pan is already hot, right? Boom, garlic goes inside. Crushing the garlic right in the pan, okay? I'm gonna pull it off because it's very hot right now. But I want all the oil from the garlic to stay in the pan. You see? See the oil's turning brown already? Now boom. See that? It's already turning color. And you see how I got the color on the pan itself? Amazing. Tomatoes, whole, chunky. I'm just gonna put a squirt of white wine in here, just a squirt. And I'm not gonna deglaze it, because I want the wine flavor. I'm not going to reduce it. I don't put the wine in normally when I make a sticky garlic marinara, obviously. This is because I have the mussels incorporated in there, okay? And once again, what do? We leave it chunky as fuck, super chunky. Now up to a boil, okay? Up to a boil, and then quickly, the mussels go in, and we let them open up in the sauce. So the first thing we do is we get rid of the water, because the mussels themselves are going to give off quite a bit of water. And we don't want it to be too watery. So we're going to reduce this just a little bit, just to reduce out that wine a little bit, and to reduce out some of that liquid. If you wanted, with the garlic, you could have put some pepperoncino as well. You could have put capers. You could have put anchovies. You could have put anything you wanted into there. Okay? That's the opportunity to add extra flavor and to add other stuff. But a mussels marinara, a classic mussels marinara, doesn't have those things. So I'm not putting them in. But I'm saying the method, it's just a method. Okay? You can expand, you can open up your wings a little bit, depending on what you like. See, now look what happened here. You see, as it was sitting out, you see, it opened up. Okay, this mussel's alive. These mussels are all alive, you see? You see it's closing now? Look, you see it? Mussels need to be alive. If they're not opening after you cleaned them, okay, they're not good. All right? If they're not alive, they're not good. Now, as you know with the sticky garlic marinara, if you watch it on YouTube, okay, it's just a matter of evaporating out the liquid and the sauce is ready. That's one of the great things about it is you have a tomato sauce that's ready in 5-10 minutes. Better than any canned sauce you'll ever have in your life. Okay? So we're there. Because I have a wide pan here and very little product, the evaporation is very quick. And you can see the sauce is basically done. But I want to take it a little further because I know how much liquid's going to come out of these mussels and I don't want it to be watery. I don't want that water, I want this water, which is not water, which is sea flavor. If you really think about it, we're going to reduce this down and reconstitute it with the mussel juice. So at this point, since I know the mussels open very quickly, I'm going to put some bay leaves in here. Because they take a little bit of time to extract. And we're there. Boom. At this point, I want to spread them out and make sure all the mussels are in contact with the liquid. They will not open if they're not in boiling liquid. So if you stack them on top of each other and you put them in a high pan, like a pan like that, it's not a good idea because it will take longer. The ones on the bottom will open right away and overcook before the ones on top even open. Stupid mistake. Okay? Cover it. Let the steam help out. Now let's take a little peek. You're going to see how quickly they start opening. See, this one's already opening up. Boom. You don't have to worry that it was a little bit reduced because all this liquid's going to come out of these mussels. That's what makes an incredible sauce. You can see them opening up. See? They're already starting to open. And you want to perfectly cook each mussel. That's perfectly cooked mussel, so you don't want to go too far either. So keep it covered, and now we're going to tear in some parsley. Tear. Literally, tear. Fresh. We're going to tear in some basil. Look, tear it. Don't chop it, tear it. Okay? This is a whole thing of Sicilian dried oregano. I'm just going to go like this. Look, you see how it's coming off? Boom. Right inside. Cover again. Let it continue. Now I'm going to lower the heat. Doesn't need to be high. I want to do it nice and slow. But you can see they're all opening up. And they're all juicy as fuck. Then right by the stove, this is something that you got to do it. You got to be ready to hit it in the pot. You got to, into the plate. Excuse me. This is something you got to do it. You got to be ready to get it right in the plate. And everyone's got to be sitting down and ready to eat. Okay? Don't take any shit. Say, hey guys, this is going to be ready in 2 seconds. I need you all sitting down to eat. Because this is not something you want to let it sit. Very close. And you can go like this. Look, if it's cooked, pull it out. Pull it out. You see that they're cooked? Some of them aren't, okay? Mussels cook at different times. It's not a problem. You want to pull the ones that are ready out. Most of these are already ready. They're perfect. They're nice and juicy. Don't let them shrink, okay? As soon as they open, they're done. They don't all cook at the same time. They don't all cook in the same time. Okay, be prepared to pull them out. The sauce is incredible. Oh my God, the aromas are freaking me out right now. Just want a huge piece of bread with this. You gotta have like big hunks of bread. You gotta serve it with bread. It's exciting stuff, guys. Mussels marinara is one of our biggest sellers at the restaurants. People just lose their mind because we don't overcook them, because we pay attention, because we care about every single mussel. And also at this point, you can see if something doesn't open, that means it's dead. Pull it out. Don't worry about making a mess on the plate. Look at this. This is freaking incredible, dude. And then once all the mussels are out, you can finish the sauce right in the pot. So these are all perfectly cooked. Oh my God. The aromas are nuts. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this sauce. Okay? Also with spaghetti right now. Go nuts. I haven't put any salt in here. Why? The mussels are loaded with salt. Doesn't need any salt. Okay? I'm definitely going to hit this with some more extra virgin though. Absolutely. Anoint the fuck out of this, man. There you go. I'm gonna taste it. Oh, needs a little bit more oregano. A little bit more. It's gonna kind of like that. That's all. Boom. Okay. It's garlicky, it's oregano-y, it's exactly what a marinara should be. Marinara is all about that relationship between oregano, parsley, and garlic. Basil's like kind of a bonus here. And if you want to throw some more basil at the end, you can. Keep it fresh. Melt it in just like a tea. Just like that. And then make a fucking mess, man. Just pour it right on top. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this. Holy fucking shit. Look at that. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow. Insane. Insane. Exactly how we serve at the restaurant. Insane. 24 years we're making this dish. 24 years people's heads are melting. Feast of the Seven Fishes, first course. So, calamari, man, calamari. Wow. We serve so much in the restaurants. It's one of my favorite things to make. It's the first thing I ever cleaned in a kitchen when I was 12 years old. I showed up in a pizzeria and they filled the sink with calamari, 100 pounds of calamari. And they said, your first job is to clean all this calamari. I never cleaned calamari before, okay? It's really not that difficult. And it's also, this is what we call dirty calamari, okay? Which is the best calamari because it's fresh calamari, okay? You'll be tempted to buy calamari that's already cleaned, okay, and frozen, but it's not the same. And especially for fried calamari, it will be tough. It'll be chewy. It's not the same as getting fresh. So you gotta clean it. So I'm gonna show you. It's very easy, okay? Boom. Here you go. See it? Like this, you get your finger right in here, right under the eyes. You see the eyes? And you pull it out, just like that, okay? And then right inside here, you're gonna have what we call a little eye. You're gonna see it. You see that little eye? You see it? Pushing it right out, take out the eye, like that. Boom, that's the tentacles. Okay, and put this in something. I like to save that to make what we call guazzetto di mare, which I'll show you one of these days. But I'm gonna save all the scraps. And the same thing here. You stick your hand in here and there's a piece. There's like a piece of plastic almost. You see it? You gotta get that out too. I'm just gonna put everything here for now. And then you get your finger in there. Okay, it's fucking grotesque, dude. It's gross, okay? And look, you need to make sure you get all of that piece of plastic out. There it is. And then you're good to go. There's the body, boom, right into a strainer, okay? Same story here. We're gonna do the same thing over and over again. You can even just pull this out like this if you want, okay? And then, same thing, you get your finger, you can use your thumb. And you put your thumb right under the eyeballs, just like that. You don't need a knife for this, okay? And you just pull it apart, like that, and pull the tentacles out, okay? And this is all, and then again, same thing. Inside, you have the little eye. In this case, the eye is already gone. Can you believe it? It's a miracle. Boom. And we keep going, same thing. You can pull this out like this. You can do all the tentacles first and then go back and do the bodies, or you can do them all one at a time. But the important point is that you want to get underneath the eyes and just pull it like that. And then open it up, and you're going to see this little sharp thing. It's like a little stick. It's a stick sticking out. You see it? Okay, you stick your hand in there and just pull it right out, nice and gently. Don't pull fast because it'll break. Pull slowly. There it is. Okay. And then get your finger in there and just clean anything else that's out there. Boom, and that's it. And the thing. What I like to do is run a little bit of cold water, just like that, and let it run. Same thing. Pull this out. Pull out the little stick, run some water in it, like that, flush it out. Now imagine doing 100 pounds of this. Okay. This is fresh calamari. This is how calamari is. This is no bullshit. This is not pre-cleaned and then frozen, okay? Big difference between fresh calamari and frozen calamari, okay? We're sending you fresh, and you will do this work. And if you have any questions, you will ask me, but you will not buy pre-cleaned. All right, so in this case, we have really small calamari. You see, little babies. Okay, these are not very big. Okay, so we can make these hoops, these rings, we can make them a little bigger because they're thin. Okay, when these are huge, like this, you need to make them very fine because they're thick. The whole concept is that you're cooking it in the fryer very quickly or in a pot, okay? And I'm gonna explain that. But the point is that when they are a little bit thinner and a little smaller, you can go wider, okay? You can go as wide as this, okay? But when they're huge, when they're really big, like this one's kind of big, but not too big, okay? You wanna go a little bit thinner because they're thicker, okay? And it's gonna take them a little bit longer to cook. If you make a really big ring out of a thick calamari, okay, the tentacles will cook too fast. You wanna consider that the tentacles, the size of the tentacles at all times dictate how big the ring should be, right? So in this case, this one's a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna go a little smaller. Since the other one was a little thinner and a little longer, I went a little wider. So this one, I'm gonna cut these a little bit thinner. Okay? And make sure you go all the way through. Make sure your knife is very sharp. Okay. Okay. And just put them all into a bowl. So this one's a little bit kind of in the middle. So I'm going in the middle as far as the size is concerned. Honestly, the tentacles are the best part. They're always super tender. Okay. Sometimes they're really big, and you want to cut them in half as well. Okay, if they're really, really big, you don't want to leave them whole. Okay, and you can just go like that, cut them in half. Okay, if they're really, really small, you don't even need to cut them. Like this one's super, super small. Don't cut it. Right in. This one's kind of small too. You can just go right in. Okay? Here's a pretty small body, nice and thin. I'm gonna go a little wider. Okay. This one's a little bigger. This is Pepe barking over there. He's hilarious, isn't he? There you good girl, you good bad boy, bad boy. Yes, this one's kind of big. Look, you see? It's kind of big and thick, right? You don't want that to be one piece. 2 pieces. Boom. These things are great. Everything's great. Put it all in there, man. Don't be afraid of calamari. This one's really small and really thin. I can go nice and wide. What makes the fried calamari at Little Frankie's so amazing is that we use tempura flour. We use the tempura method, basically. Also for the fried zucchini, okay? The tempura method, the concept is that we use this special Japanese tempura flour. I think they call it shogi flour. Okay, most expensive flour in the world, super starchy. Okay, and what you have to do is you have to get the calamari ice cold first. Because the calamari is ice cold, and then thrown into the tempura flour, and then immediately thrown into the oil, okay, the shock of the cold against the heat of the oil creates bubbles and action in the flour, and it creates the tempura crust. And the liquid is coming directly out of the calamari. So it flavors the crust of the calamari with the calamari jus that's trying to escape as it lands in the hot oil. So that's tempura, that's how it works. So we're gonna do exactly that. So we're gonna start by getting ice water. We need ice water. So we start with very little water and ice cubes, okay? So what we're gonna do is, as I said, we're gonna ice the calamari first. So first we wanna make sure that our water is ice cold. I don't need this much water actually, so I'm gonna get rid of something. Boom, the calamari goes into this ice water. So first we get the calamari ice cold, okay? By letting it sit in ice cold water. There's ice here, there's water here. It has to be both, okay? Because it has to submerge, okay? And then we're gonna get the shogi flour, okay, inside this bowl first, okay? And then we're gonna grab the calamari, the ice cold. You're waiting till it's ice cold, and it's wet, okay? So the water is also gonna help to create the crust. So it's wet, it's cold. We get it into the flour, plenty of flour, okay? Just like that, okay? No ice, we don't wanna throw the ice in there, okay? Ice cold, more flour on top, okay? And we go like this. And we get it, make sure there's plenty of flour so it doesn't clump up too much, okay? Like that, just like that, boom. And then we go directly into the fat, and here we go. Okay, we shake out some excess and go directly into the fat. Whoa. Okay. And we don't want to put too much to cool the fat down too much. Okay? And the fat is at 375 degrees. Boom. Now we have a spider to help us along here. Make sure that they're not sticking together. And we can take a look and see what's going on. You see? Boom. And we just want a little bit of color. That's it. A little bit of color. It's not about the color. Calamari cooks in seconds. Okay? This calamari is already cooked. And here we go. Boom. Done. Okay, we pull it out, shake it out, right in here. Now we want to hit it with some salt. Okay, kind of toss it up a little bit, a little more salt. It's barely cooked. Calamari cooks literally so quickly, and then boom, we go right on the plate. It was blasting cold. It was so cold. It was blasting out. The cold reacted with the hot and created the crust. And that's it. Boom. There's a little salt on it. Super tender. Unbelievably good. Perfect. See? Crust? Look.
Hold it up, sorry.
Yeah. So not everybody has a fryer. Doesn't make a difference. Get a big pot. Fill it up with oil. Okay, get a thermometer in it. Okay, get it up to, let's say, 380 to 390 right before the calamari goes in. Okay, you want to be frying it at 375. Why 390? Because the calamari is cold. You just put it inside of cold ice water. Okay, as soon as the calamari goes in, it's going to cool the oil down quite a bit, and the oil will no longer be at 375. So if you start at 390, 400, before the calamari goes in, okay, the offset will take you right down, because it's cold, throwing it in, we'll take it down to about 375, and you'll maintain 375 throughout the frying process. And also, if you don't put too much in at a time, so do it in small batches, okay, little bit at a time. Have everybody ready to eat. Have everybody right by you frying it, okay? You don't want to do this ahead of time. You want to do it, put it on a plate, have people immediately start eating it, and keep frying it and keep putting it on the plate, okay? And gather everybody around and say, hey man, as soon as the calamari comes out, let's eat it. That's the whole point, okay? You don't want to overdo it. You don't need a fryer. Get a nice big pot, get a strainer like this, or even just use this. You don't even need a strainer. Yeah? As soon as it hits 400, throw the calamari in, okay? As I said, the temperature will come down to a perfect 375. 375 to 350 will give nice color, and will fry the calamari perfectly every time. This is absolutely amazing. So, the clams, okay? Cockles, vongole veracci, as we say, okay? Look at this, okay? We soak them in some sea salted water, okay? I like to let them soak for like 15, 20 minutes in sea salted water. You're gonna see some of them open up, and they're gonna ask for water. Look, you see? And if they don't close, if they open and they don't close, they're dead. You see, that one's dead. It ain't responding. It's like a little mouth that says, hi, I'm dead. I'm sorry, but I'm not good. You need to get rid of me. Boom. But the rest of them are beautiful. Look, you see? They didn't close up. Okay? You know, sometimes clams sit out, mussels sit out, they get a little bit dry, you know. They don't have it, they don't, you know, they're used to being in water. They don't have any water, you know. So we throw them in water, we throw a little bit of sea salt in there, and we let them come back to life a little bit. And we also let them flush out. Then we pull them out. There's a lot of clams over here. You know, you see this one's, you know, not working. So I'm gonna go through them too and just take a peek. Make sure they're all okay. Make sure none of them are dead. None of them are not opening, you know, are not alive. So here we go. And now we got these beautiful clams. We'll get rid of all the water that's in there. And here we're gonna make a beautiful spaghetti vongole. I haven't shown you guys ever, not even on Instagram, not even through the pandemic. I never did a spaghetti vongole method for you guys, because whenever you asked me, it's literally the garlic and oil method with clams added to it. So it's super easy. So what do we got? We got garlic, we got fresh parsley, we got a little squirt of white wine, we got extra virgin olive oil, we got one of my favorite spaghettis for this. Spaghetti number 12 is amazing for this, but also the squared spaghetti from the Cecco. The Cecco's a classic spaghetti for this. A perfect spaghetti for spaghetti vongole veracci, okay? Of course, there are plenty of other spaghettis, but this one's a standard. The flavor, the texture, everything about the Cecco in this particular instance is my go-to, and this is what we use in the restaurants, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this ready to go. We're gonna open this up, okay? It's ready to go. I got pasta water already boiling, because this whole process doesn't take long at all. You gotta have the pasta water ready. Before you even go there, you need the pasta inside the water. We need some pasta water to make it. So the first thing we do is we get the pan hot, so that when we are ready and when the spaghetti's almost ready, the pan is hot enough to color the garlic a little bit and open the clams very quickly. It's a cold pan right now. So the first thing you do before you even throw the pasta is you get the pan hot. Now, how hot? Well, just hot enough, okay? Every pan's different, every burner's different. It's something that you have to work out on your own, just like with the garlic and oil method. The garlic and oil method is live in my YouTube right now. You can check it out, okay? So what you need to figure out is how hot does that flame need to be to get the pan the perfect temperature while you're waiting to do everything else. So I'm gonna go with like a semi, you know, this is too much, obviously. This is too little, so it's gonna be just a little bit in the middle there. And I'm just gonna let it sit there. You're getting your pan hot. You wait till it's getting hot before you throw the pasta. It's there. Boom, let's throw our pasta. I'm just gonna throw the whole pound. And what do? We wait till it softens up a little bit and then we push it down. That's all. Got my long tongs here, which are perfect for this. You give it a couple of minutes, let the bottom soften up so you can push it and bend it, and force it right down. So now a few more minutes. As soon as that pasta water, as soon as that starch starts to come out of there, and the pan is at the perfect temperature. As soon as I put the oil in there, the garlic's gonna start immediately to get color. And then boom, the clams are gonna make the sauce, as always. These clams, these cockles, they open up, boom, they squirt out. The juice that comes out of these clams is the sauce, along with the extra virgin olive oil and the garlic. And always remember that. That do not evaporate this out. Once they open, it's done. You don't want to boil that. You don't want to keep boiling the clams. You don't want to overcook the clams. As soon as the clams open, they're done. If they open, that means their juice is in the sauce. I have taught you guys the marvels of pasta water. You can save pasta water. Okay, we're getting close. I'm gonna start the sauce. Okay, let's go. Boom, you see? The pan is already hot. How much oil? Enough. Enough fucking oil. Okay? Boom. See how hot it is? It's like a perfect temp. It starts frying as soon as it hits. And how do you control the heat? If it's too hot, you pull it off. You pull it off, right, guys? See, I'm getting a little bit of color. Beautiful. Bam, boom, zing. You don't want to you want to make sure all the clams are in contact with the bottom of the pan, okay? That's very important. So first thing we're going to do, unlike the garlic and oil method, we're going to hit it with some white wine, okay? Boom. We're going to steam it open. Okay. Now, little bit of pasta water. See that? Now, as soon as they open, it's done. As soon as they open, it's finished. That's it. No more time necessary. The pasta's about 3-4 minutes away. Check the salt. A little more. You see? It's already opening, you see? Go on a little bit of a lower heat here. See, watch. See? Steam. Take a peek. See? They're opening up. You see? Boom, they're popping. You see? When you steam them, when you force the steam back down on top of the clams, they open a little quicker and more evenly. Spaghetti is still hard. We're in good shape. Take a peek. Look, see? Beautiful. I mean, they're basically there. You see how they're all opening now almost at the same time? So now, I know if I cover this and I pull it off, that they're all going to open. And that they're not going to overcook. And that's the trick. Okay? You don't keep boiling them and boiling them and boiling. Once you see that they're all starting to open, keep it covered, pull it off, and let the carryover cooking open up the rest of the clams. Until you're ready here. And if you time it perfectly, the pasta is ready at the exact time that all the clams are open. And what I'm going to do here as well is I'm going to get the parsley ready. Okay? So I'm going to make a little bunch. So I'm going to take it. These are just the leaves, no stems. And I'm going to roll it over on itself like this. And get into a ball. And use a knife. And that's it. So the parsley is going to go in when we melt. Okay, I don't want to put the parsley in now. Parsley releases its flavor very quickly. Think of it like tea leaves, okay? It doesn't take long. It takes very little time. It takes a couple of minutes, and you don't want to boil the parsley. Oh my God, almost perfect. We're literally moments away. Let's take a look now. You ready? They're all open and perfectly steamed. You see? Fresh parsley, some more EVOO, okay? Yeah. Insanity. Now we're gonna meld, right? What are we gonna do? We're gonna put the hot pasta, which is perfectly cooked, I think, right now. Let me check it, make sure. Al dente or I'll bust your legs. Another moment. Quick minute. Now I'm gonna bring it back up to heat. Just back up to a quick boil, and then the pasta goes right in. There it is, up to a boil. The spaghetti in there. Done. Kill the heat. Some more extra virgin. Heat down, heat off. More anointment. Boom. Done. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Look how perfectly cooked every clam is. Melts in your mouth. Why? Because I pulled it before they were all open, and I let the carryover heat of the pan finish the job. Steaming. We're boiling until they're warm and they're hot, and they start to bust open. And as soon as you see like half of them are open, trust the carryover heat. Get a lid on it and let the carryover heat take care of it. Don't keep boiling it until every clam is open. That's stupid. Half of them will be overcooked. Let the carryover heat do the work for you. Look, parsley, garlic, olive oil, done. Nothing else needed.